Grounder right side and through the hole for a hit for Connor Williver as you're just joining us here from Lawrence High School. Mercer County Tournament action here on WBCB. Some technical difficulties to start, but we're pushing through the rain as well. And Williver gets the one-out hit to start, and we'll try to fill you in as best as we can with the action so far. In their first at bat in the first inning for the Cardinals, they stranded a runner 90 feet away. And Robert Kelly, after a leadoff walk, a stolen base, and a sac fly got him over, or a fly out to right field got him over to third. Or a pass ball actually got him to third. 2 stolen bases, we'll say. Doing a terrible job filling you guys in. It is what it is. Riley Rivera at second base. Steps in from the right side, his first time at it. Facing Ryan Richer, the right-hander. 1 ball and no strikes. Williver, the DH, a single up the middle past the diving glove of Joey Riley at second base. Lined and down for a base hit in the left field. Rivera gets the barrel onto that baseball, drives it into left field, back-to-back singles for the Cardinals. 2 aboard and 1 down, and heading to the plate now is Drew Dobkin.
Yeah, and Mike, that's the one thing that I noticed while we were working through the technical difficulties. Richer has been using that fastball a lot here in the early going. That time, Riley Rivera all over it.
Dobkin. Awaits, fastball on the outside edge. Just misses, according to the home plate umpire, 1-0. One ball, no strike count, 2 aboard, 1 down, home half of the second inning. The pitch. Taken for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes.
Dobkin, a little shorter stature, so he's got a smaller strike zone. That one I'm not sure about, though. It looked like it was right at the letters.
Richer pops him up. Right side, foul ground. Plenty of room for the first baseman in Joe Lifstead to make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up the third baseman, Dan Drizga. 2 down, 2 aboard. Home half of the second inning. Drizga in the 9 spot. Looking to turn over the lineup and keep the inning alive. Runner in scoring position for the second time this afternoon in as many innings for the Cardinals. First pitch to him, curveball. Couldn't tell you where it missed, 1-0.
First time I've seen one of the coaches really in any game maybe have more accountability to say, hey, my bad, to when he goes out to argue for with an umpire.
Yeah, according to the home plate umpire that was in the other batter's box, we've got pretty much the same view as him. Looks like the same spot. This time it's called a strike.
Maybe a better framing job.
Coach Jim Mayer telling Drizga to stand tall in the box. It's a 1-1 count to the Cardinals' third baseman. Richer's pitch. Curveball laid off. Two balls, 1 strike the count. Williver on second. Rivera on first. 2-1 pitch waved at and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 aboard. Zeros on the scoreboard, home half of the second inning. Drizga patiently waiting, bobbing the bat off his back shoulder.
In the first, he got two strikeouts looking on fastballs.
As that fastball misses low and outside, and now the count is full. Cardinals picked up their first 2 hits of the game in this inning. Looking to bring one of them home. Williver on second, nobody holding him close. Same with Rivera over at first. Richards set, here he comes. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Elevated fastball as he got Drizga to chase. Richards strands a pair. Zeros remain on the board. We'll head to the third. In a 0-0 game, round 1 of the Mercer County Tournament here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Proud to sponsor today's game on WBCB is the Italian People's Bakery, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery, proud to sponsor today's game on WBCB since 1936. 7-8-9 coming up for the Red Hawks of Pennington as they still look for their first base runner and their first hit of the game. And the righty, the Lafayette commit, Kellen Moore, he's had some lively stuff to start here, Jordan Hirsch.
Yeah, Kellen Moore entered this game with a 2.57 ERA. Throwing the most amount of innings on this Cardinals team, came in 32 2/3, now up to 34 2/3. 27 hits, 18 runs, 12 of those earned, and 51 strikeouts. He showcased some pretty electric stuff here the first couple of innings. Fastball will sit high 80s, low 90s.
Moore's first pitch to Logan Oster, taken outside and low. 1 ball and no strikes to the Pennington designated hitter. It'll be Oster and Braden Bonfig and Joe Riley, the 3 due up this time around for the Red Hawks as Moore evens up the count at 1 apiece, gets the called strike on the outer half.
Last time these two teams faced off on April 20th, Kellen Moore 3 2/3 in relief. Ended up getting the win.
Swing and a miss on a healthy hack and a very lively fastball from Kellen Moore. You can hear, at least from where we're at, you can hear the ball sizzling and kind of hissing as it goes into the mitt.
Yeah, if you're Drew Dobkin, definitely a guy, when you're catching him, you want to catch that in the pocket, not off the thumb. Especially on a day like today.
Dobkin gives the sign, Moore into his windup in the 1-2. Swung on and missed, got him to chase in the other batter's box. That's the 3rd punch out for Kellen Moore, 2 swinging and 1 looking.
Yeah, and the slider's been nasty so far. That one just disappeared. Starts out looking like it's going to be over the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, that pitch tunnel looked identical to the low outside fastball he's been working to get ahead with in this game, and goes to the slider, stays in that similar tunnel, and then just dives off the face of the earth. A big swing and a miss from Oster. This is Braden Bonfig, the left fielder. Looks at 1 in the turf. And yes, I say in the turf because that's the reason we're here today. This great turf field is the reason why this is the one game in Mercer County that was able to weather the storm, both literally and proverbially. Fastball gets the outer edge, 1 ball, 1 strike. Moore's 1-1 on the way. Back to him at the mound. Leaps, has it, jogs it over to first, flips it underhand in plenty of time to Aiden Crowley. 1-3 the putout. Don't forget you miss any of today's action, and we know you did just a little bit. Read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian for your complete local and national news 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. 2 down, nobody aboard for Joe Riley, the second baseman. He steps in from the left side for the first time today. Heater called strike 1 on the outer edge.
Riley standing about as far back in that left-handed batter's box as you possibly can. That back foot almost out of the white line.
Fastball just a little low. 1-1. Tardy on the fastball that time was Joe Riley.
And now you got to believe Moore is going to go right back to that heater. I mean,
I'd be shocked if he goes to anything else.
Riley swung at that pitch while it was in the glove of Dobkin.
Moore winds and fires the 1-2, and just getting a piece of that one is Joe Riley. Spoils it and keeps the at-bat alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, nobody aboard. Top of the third, zeros on the scoreboard. Moore with 3 punch-outs in search of potentially another. Infield playing back with nobody on and 2 away. Moore winds and fires. Skips that one in off the front of the plate and gets the mask of Dobkin. Count evens again, this time at 2. So give credit to Joe Riley after a fastball that he was well laid on. He's able to spoil one. You see Moore go to the off-speed in the dirt that time, kind of spiked it just in front of the plate.
Yeah, now if I'm Riley, I'd be sitting on that heater from Moore.
Yeah, definitely don't want to lose him with a 2-2 count. Here it comes. Fastball swing and a tip into the mitt, held onto by Dobkin. It's the 4th punch out for Kellen Moore through 3 innings of work. 2 in the inning alone. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. The Cardinals bats get back to work. Round 1 of the Mercer County Tournament here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese.
Car buying made simple at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Over 100 new Hyundai models from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, and Palisade, and including hybrid models as well. Hyundai of Trenton, the area's fastest growing dealership at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township, a proud sponsor of today's game on WBCB. And it looks like a pitching change as Ray Heaton comes into the game, moves over from third to the mound, and Richard just takes his spot over at third base. So already a pitching change for Pennington after Richard gives them 2 strong onto the third, and already a call to the proverbial pen.
Yeah, Heaton only has 82 pitches that he can throw today, and you wonder if maybe that factored into this decision. You go with the opener and Richard, and now let Heaton have the lion's share of the innings.
Top of the order for the Cardinals here in the home half of the third inning as Robert Kelly spits on one and lets it go all the way to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes. Kelly walked, stole a couple of bases, but was stranded at third. Heaton winds and fires. Fastball lifted right side, trending towards foul ground. Room for the right fielder. He reaches up to make the catch. That's Tom Craig out there in right field, and you could hear the Pennington dugout yelling, room, room, room. He had it, at least a couple of feet before the fence over there and made the catch. A lot of foul ground here on this beautiful new turf field, as it is a multi-surface turf field, also used for the soccer field, and it looks like even further down the left field line, another practice baseball field is over there as well. 303 to left, 381 to center here from Lawrence, and this is Deacon Moore looking at a curveball, 1 ball, no strikes.
Deacon Moore went down looking with a runner on second back in the first inning, and that drew the ire of his head coach.
Moore lets that one cross outside. He's had 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, Jimmy Mayer was very vocal in that first inning after Deacon Moore went down looking. Robert Kelly was able to get to third eventually, and then the fly out, he was saying, from Teak Toto would have brought him home. 2-0. Now 3 balls and no strikes to Deacon Moore. Second time he's worked a 3-ball count today, a full count worked in his first at-bat. Sitting in the driver's seat, ahead of Heaton at 3-0. The windup in the 3-0 offering. That one at the knees on the outer edge. Good for strike 1. Three-one. Misses high, ball 4.
Home plate umpire has not given the top of the zone so far. And a great job by Deacon Moore to recognize that, lay off the pitch. 3-1 fastball, a little bit up. Certainly got to be something that you're looking for, and a good job by Deacon to just hold off on it, now on first base.
This is the right fielder, Teak Toto, stepping in yet again from the left side. Pick-off move over to first to check on Moore. He's back in time. Toto gave it a good ride, but it was right at Tom Craig in right field. Fastball at the knees, inside edge, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 down, 1 aboard. Home half of the third, Heaton steps off, trying to keep Deacon Moore modest over there at first. The 0-1. Curveball that just stayed up too high. One ball and 1 strike to Teak Toto. Cold, windy, rainy afternoon. A slight breeze blowing in from right center field. Heaton set at the belt, the 1-1. Runner on the move, called strike with the curveball. Throw to second is late. Did Moore come off the bag? He did not. Yes, he did. Okay.
Yeah, the umpires kind of signaled safe and then out. That's the second time that, while we were having the technical difficulties, Robert Kelly, when he stole second base, slid past the bag and nearly took the whole thing with him.
That's one thing with the turf, is that you will slide quite a bit with how wet the surface is today. Almost like a slip and slide out there. The 1-2, curveball misses high and outside. You saw that Kelly went with the head-first slide, and I believe that's what Moore went with that time too, a head-first slide, and I'm wondering if that's a coaching philosophy in this weather specifically, so they have a better chance to hug the bag, but this time, not working for the Cardinals on the base paths. Tough draw for Moore as the moisture taking him off the bag on the turf. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Teak Toto. 2 away and nobody aboard. Heaton winds and fires. Fastball up and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes, a full count now to the Cardinals right fielder.
Yeah, through these first 3 innings, the Cardinals at the plate, they've done a nice job working the count. A lot of 3-ball counts.
Payoff pitch. On the ground to short. Fielding it on a hop and firing it across the diamond is Hallett in plenty of time. And a good inning to start for the righty and Ryan Heaton. After letting him 1-out runner aboard with a walk, he responds nicely, gets some help from his defense and a 6-3 putout from his shortstop in Hallett. That'll retire this side. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. On to the 4th, here from Lawrence High School.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Don't forget, you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. Top of the order for the Pennington Red Hawks. In a 0-0 ball game to this point. Landon Hallett, Braden Leeds, and Joe Lifstead. 1, 2, and 3 to start the top of the fourth for Pennington.
Yeah, and Mike, this Pennington offense, they win a lot of their games via their defense and their pitching. Offense comes into this game just a 248 team average. That has dropped, and a lot of times, obviously, in high school, you'll see those higher team averages. Cardinals are up at 320, just for a comparison. And so far, we've got a pitcher's duel through the first three.
Deacon Moore ready for his fourth inning of work as he toes the rubber. Hallett steps in, 0 for 1. He grounded out to Rivera his first time up at second. Fastball, well outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
It's been kind of just the 2 pitches exclusively so far for Moore out there on the mound. Fastball, slider. Wonder if he's saving anything here for the later innings.
The 1-0. Lifted right side, but going to leave the field of play. One ball, 1 strike.
Another one of these schools here that you always got to be wary of where you park.
Yeah, I don't know if my car's safe or not. We'll see. A 1-1 count, the pitch. Up. 2-1.
We'll see and we'll listen.
Yeah, right. Two balls, 1 strike to Hallett. Here it comes. Rolled over, left side of the infield. Backhanding at short, Kelly. Strong throw across the diamond to Aiden Crowley. About as smooth as they come at shortstop is Robert Kelly. The senior, one of 2 D1 commits on this team. And one of the returning real focal points from a season ago, the success in the first year of head coach Jimmy Mayer with the Cardinals, taking them on a deep playoff run into the state tournament and looking for the same as they enter today at 18-2. 1 down for Kellen Moore after the 6-3 putout. This is Braden Leeds. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Lawrence off to their best start in program history. And you mentioned last year going all the way to the state finals. They actually got upset by Allentown in the first round here of the Mercer County Tournament.
That's right. Bouncing ball left side, fielded in foul ground over there at the hot corner by Drizga. It's a 1-1 count now. And Allentown took that momentum, knocking off the number 1 seed, went all the way to Trenton Thunder Ballpark, and then knocked off the number 2 seed in the Hun Raiders. A great game a season ago. Eddie Worse, the pitcher for Allentown, picking up the win, and he was the Italian People's Bakery player of the game. But this Lawrence program, a strong one. And a breaking ball dropped in by Kellen Moore. That's the thing, though. I mean, a coach like Jimmy Mayer, he's been around the block, so to speak, and he's been a part of a lot of the programs here in Mercer County. And now at the helm for the Lawrence Cardinals, I mean, it seems like this is where he's most comfortable, being a head coach, running his program. We've seen him as an assistant with Hamilton West, and he's helped out with the Nottingham program before and across Mercer, but really hitting his stride here.
Yeah, and it certainly shows in his overall record, 39-9 in his first 2 seasons here at Lawrence.
It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Braden Leeds after Moore misses with the heater low and outside. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Slider away. Able to pick up the 5th strikeout for Kellen Moore.
It's like he's working with a joystick with that slider. It's down and away to these righties every time. And when you set it up with a fastball in the 90s coming out of that same arm slot, working that outside part of the plate. Very tough for those hitters to do anything with it.
Joe Lifstead to the plate. Entered today with a .344 average, a couple of long balls, 17 runs batted in to lead the team, 5 doubles as well, and 64 at-bats before his first at-bat today. Grounded out, or actually rolled one in front of home plate. Lifts this one, shallow right center field. Tough play as that drops in for a poke. Well, name of the game, hit it where they ain't, and that's exactly what Lifstead did there.
And that might be the way that Pennington has to manufacture their runs here this afternoon. Doesn't matter what type of contact, that one right off the end of the bat, as long as it finds green grass or green turf.
Gavin Leeds steps in. He struck out looking in the second. The Leeds brothers at the top of this lineup. From the right side.
It's very fitting, Leeds at the top.
Fastball right down the chute. No balls and 1 strike to Leeds. Lifstead off of first. Crowley holding him on. Moore's 0-1. Slow roller left side. Charging. Drizga throws across his body on the run in plenty of time to retire the inning. Moore allows his first hit of the afternoon, but not phased by the base runner. A 5-3 putout caps off the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and a man left on base. Zeros remain on the scoreboard. We're on to the home half of the 4th here from Lawrence High School.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Tyler DiLorenzo, former outstanding hockey player and 2012 graduate of Notre Dame High School, invites all his Mercer County friends to visit him at his great restaurant, DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza in Levittown. Tyler's a third-generation pie maker and owner of DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza. You can get their iconic Trenton tomato pie. It's been around since 1938. Sandwiches, soups, salads, and pasta dishes as well. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 9. Saturday and Sunday, noon to 9, and closed on Mondays. They do catering in Mercer and Bucks counties. DiLorenzo's, The Berg Pizza at 8919 New Falls Road in nearby Levittown.
Could go for a nice warm pizza right now.
Yeah, I talked about it last night on the air when we were at Trenton Thunder Ballpark for the Nottingham and Trenton game. And when we did the read, and I highlighted one of my favorite items that I get, a personal pie that I always get from DiLorenzo's The Berg, the sausage and cherry pepper pie. It's a little spicy, but if you can handle it, I'll guarantee you put it in your top 3 pizzas of all time.
That's your go-to over there at DiLorenzo's?
100% of the way, man. 100% of the way.
Honestly, at this point, instead of just the pizza, just the box to put our hands on, keep them warm.
Yeah, right. It's a chilly one here this afternoon. A cold, windy, rainy day, but sunshine on the turf, metaphorically speaking, as baseball is still being played here this afternoon, and well, we're not complaining about that. 4-5-6 for the Cardinals. This is Kellen Moore. He's got a couple of big flies on the season as well. First pitch to him from Heaton, curveball. Gets the inside corner. 0-1. Moore struck out looking his first time up. That was back in the first. The pitch. Outside. One. Just missed off the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike to Kellen Moore.
Yeah, and Heaton kind of changing it up here to the Cardinals' number 4 hitter. A lot of off-speed stuff.
2-1 on the way. Fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Cardinals pitcher and Kellen Moore.
The rain picking up a bit. We had a little stretch there where it was drier.
It's a wet one. Called strike 3 on the inside corner with the fastball. Second time today that Moore's gone down.
And
looking.
The first time he had went down looking, it was a fastball right down the middle. That one, he kind of just walked back to the dugout smiling and shaking his head in disagreement. Caught the inside black.
Aiden Poot digs in. 0 for 1, grounded out to third. That off-speed pitch had him dancing a bit, 0-1 as he drops it in for a called strike.
Yeah, and after Heaton, just see how far in you can go here.
The 0-1. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Back-to-back curveballs from the righty Heaton have dropped in. Behind 0-2 is Aiden Poot. Heaton kicks and deals. Curveball, swing and a miss. Went back to the well for one more, and it paid off. 2 up, 2 down, and a couple of Ks for Ryan Heaton.
Yeah, and he really had Poot fooled on that one. I think he was thinking it was going to be a fastball, and the thought process was, I've got to hit it or it's going to hit me. Ended up breaking out over the plate and just make Poot look silly right there. Heaton finding his groove here in the 4th.
Fastball misses low and inside, 1-0 to Connor Williver, the designated hitter. And I would have been pretty shocked if he went to a 4th straight curveball after a couple of really good pitches. Not saying he couldn't have doubled up on it or quadrupled up on it again, but you got to think Williver was going to the box thinking curve after that at bat.
And he was trying to sneak that one over the inside part of the plate again.
Outside.
Wants a new baseball. Seen that now a couple of times for him in these last 2 innings. Ball skips off that wet turf, picks up the moisture. Last thing you want is to have one slip out of your hands, especially throwing all these breaking pitches.
Popped him up in the infield, calling everybody off at short. That's Landon Hollett. And he hauls it in. A clean inning of work for Heaton. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. It's a 0-0 ball game. Round 1 of the Mercer County Tournament. We're on to the 5th.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Here's the forecast for Lawrence Township.
Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2024 season Tuesday, June 4th. You can catch all the fun and excitement of a Trenton Thunder game. You can visit the website, TrentonThunder.com, for more ticket information, TrentonThunder.com, or that's the box office is at 609-394-3300. 5-6-7 for Pennington.
So far this game going just like the last matchup between these two teams. Nobody scored until the top of the 9th inning. Pennington was able to get on the board first. Lawrence answered off of a wild pitch in the bottom half of that inning. Deacon Moore ended up driving in the game-winning run in the 10th.
I apologize to Ray Heaton's parents, as I've been calling him Ryan. My apologies. But Ray Heaton, that is his right name, and he will step into the box to lead things off in the top of the 5th. Heaton started at third, and after a couple of innings, moved to the bump. We'll get things going in the 5th. The rain picks up, more winds and fires off speed. That misses just low. 1 ball, no strikes. Offense tough to come by for either team. 1-0 fastball swung on, popped up. Shortstop, Kelly, camping under it, looking up into the rain, falls down, but still able to hold on to it for the first out.
He's got those sunglasses on the brim of his cap. Obviously not, probably would not use them for what they're typically used for, but maybe just to keep the rain out of your eyes today.
One down, here's Tom Craig. Craig grounded out the first, over to Aiden Crowley. That was in the second. Fastball right down the middle, 0-1. Infield back for the Cardinals. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Getting that outside corner all afternoon has been Kellen Moore with that fastball. See if he goes to the slider like he has a number of times already. In the driver's seat, no balls and 2 strikes. Moore gets his sign from Dobkin, winds and fires the 0-2. Went back to the well with the fastball. Getting a piece of it that time was Craig. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
And you got to believe we're going to see that slider here at some point in this at-bat. It's been a real effective pitch for him today.
3 fastballs in a row from Kellen Moore. Let's see if he's got maybe one more in his bag. Dobkin gives the sign, Moore agrees. The 0-2. Off speed, lifted. Left side of the infield. Drizga looks like he has it. In foul ground, makes the catch.
That's a tough play right there for Drizga. Stepped on the third base bag, had to work his way up and over it too, and able to stick with it through the drops.
2 up, 2 down for Moore in the 5th. This is Logan Oster. Oster struck out swinging in the 3rd. First pitch to him, fastball, fouled straight back off the backstop. No balls and 1 strike.
Did that ball get stuck in the backstop? I didn't see it pop back out.
I guess it did. Tough to see with the blue 10 over top of us, but the 0-1, well outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's in the roof. I just peered out around the tent, wedged in between where it kind of corners off.
1-1, getting a piece of it and fouling it off the plate towards the Lawrence dugout is Oster. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. A 1-2 count, 2 out, and nobody aboard. Five punch outs on the afternoon for Kellen Moore. He's had 1 in each inning to this point. The 1-2 sails it. 2-2. Safe to say he'll need a new baseball after that.
Yeah, and I think the man at the plate is going to be just as happy about that decision as Kellen Moore is. Oster never even flinched at that one, though.
The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. A backwards K earned by Kellen Moore. He's had 1 in each inning. His 6th of the afternoon. We're on to the home half of the 5th in a 0-0 ball game. Round 1 of the Mercer County Tournament. It's the 1 seed Lawrence Cardinals and the 8 seed Pennington Red Hawks. Still scoreless. We're on to the home half of the 5th.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Proud to sponsor today's game is Jammer Doors and Windows. Jammer Doors and Windows. Pay them a visit at Business Route 1, Lawrenceville, or in the Yardley Grist Mill at 10 North Main Street. And coming soon, their magnificent new showroom on Route 1 opposite of the Lawrence Shopping Center. Jammer Doors and Windows, proud to sponsor Lawrence Baseball on WBCB. Heaton's back out for another inning of work. Home half of the 5th just about set to get underway. If you're just joining us alongside Jordan Hirsch, my name is Mike Warren. Great to be with you as always. Makai Gundy producing today's stream. Zeros on the scoreboard. Both of these teams trying to find some offense, but it's been tough to come by as we've seen some pretty good pitching from both ball clubs. And one thing that definitely is worth monitoring is just looking out at the mound. The only real surface on this field is the pitcher's mound, meaning real surface, meaning actual dirt. And with that moisture accumulating out there on the mound, a lot of muddy cleats and clogged up cleats, as Heaton's got some clogged up cleats for himself, not affecting his footwork for the time being as he rifles a strike in on the inside corner to Riley Rivera, the second baseman. 1-for-1 with a single is Rivera, 7-8-9 for the Cardinals, home half of the fifth. The pitch, lifted right side, but carrying well out of play. Heaton ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. Curveball in the other batter's box. Didn't get Rivera to chase. 1-2. Good waste pitch, though. See, a pitch like that, that is a real waste pitch, not a one that sails all the way over the backstop and gets the credit for a waste pitch. Trying to get him to chase. The 1-2 went back to the well with the curveball, just couldn't get Rivera to bite. Now the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Back-to-back curveballs away. Wouldn't be surprised now if he tried to run something in on Rivera's hands, get him to roll over to the left side.
He does just that, lifts it left side, but that's going to head out of play. Rivera continues to battle, continues to foul off pitches from Heaton. Rain continues to come down. Heaton trying to keep the fingertips dry. Two-two pitch. Popped up. Center field ranging back and camping under that one is Braden Leeds, making it look casual out there. 1 down. Here's Drew Dobkin. One of the things I realize as well, Jordan, is that, you know, you talk about Pennington, the offense kind of tough for them this season, a 248 average entering today, but for Lawrence, the exact opposite. Very hard to find somebody batting under 300, even under 400 when you go to NJ.com for this Lawrence Cardinals roster. But today, the Pennington pitchers have really done a nice job keeping them at bay.
And it's kind of a funny case with Lawrence because they do have a handful of blowout wins where they'll score 11 runs, 12 runs throughout the season. But you talk about an 18-2 team, and they kind of win in a non-conventional way. They've been called the comeback Cardinals. More than half of their wins come from behind.
This one shot back up towards the middle off the bat of Dobkin and will roll into center field for a base hit.
And just to put a bow on that, you go on to NJ.com and you see their schedule and some of the final scores. Not a whole lot of 14-0, 15-1. You'll see a lot of 3-2, maybe 6-5. They've played 7 games decided by 2 runs or less, 6-1 in those. And you got to believe that's something that's going to benefit them as we get deeper into May, deeper into not only the Mercer County Tournament, but the state playoffs as well.
Josh Vikrosky stepping to the plate, hitting in place of Dan Drizga this time around. And a courtesy runner on first base for Drizga. It looks like taking over for him on the base paths. That's number 9, Connor Crowley. So Crowley on first, representing Dobkin after his 1-out single. Pickoff move. Crowley's back in time. Vikrosky awaits the first pitch of the at-bat. 1 down and a runner aboard for him. An a righty-lefty matchup. First pitch, breaking ball didn't come down.
He kind of quick pitched him there. Look back to first, and then, I mean, it was a slide step, but that was more just pick your foot up and go.
Next pitch, just off the outside part of the plate. It's 2-0 now to Josh Vikrosky. Wind picks up, as does the rain. Heaton's 2-0. Now 3-0. Unable to get that upper outside corner. You talked about it earlier, Jordan. It's been a consistent call from our home plate umpire today. The 3-0 pitch, same spot. 4-pitch walk issued to Josh Vikrosky as he's aboard. And right away you hear from the Pennington dugout, they want to know where some of those pitches missed, and they got their answer. Meeting out on the mound, the lineup flips over now for the Cardinals. Robert Kelly makes his way to the plate. He flew out to right field his last time up, walked and stole a couple of bases back in the first, but was stranded.
In a good spot here now for the Pennington head coach. Just go out and talk to his pitcher. Lineup flips over here. This is now the most stressful situation that he's been in out on the mound in his first 2 1/3 innings.
Heaton trying to clear out his cleats on the back of the mound, as there definitely is a spike cleaner back there for him. But even that looked like it was starting to get all muddied up. Runners at first and second. Top of the order. Robert Kelly to the plate. 0 for 1 with a walk and a pair of stolen bases. Decent speed on the base paths for the Cardinals. Vikrosky on first. Crowley on second. He gets his lead. The pitch. Breaking ball gets the inside corner, 0-1.
And that time, wonder if Kelly was looking for a fastball. That curveball kind of hung up there, caught a lot of the plate. Now, if you're Heaton, if you're going to go back to that breaking pitch, probably want to choose a different spot.
Behind 0-1, Robert Kelly to Ray Heaton. Riley taking a peek over at second. Kelly pops this one up, but that's going to backtrack out of play. A commanding 0-2 count for Ray Heaton ahead here on Robert Kelly.
And for Robert Kelly's sake, I really hope that he does not get jammed here. A cold day like today, he's going with no batting gloves.
Heaton set at the belt, takes a peek at the second base bag. He's coming home. Runners on the move. Up and inside, it's a ball. The throw to third. He's safe. Foot first slide from Crowley, as he knocks the bag off of the bracing over there at third, but still enough to hold the bag. It's a double steal, 2 in scoring position, a 1-2 count to Kelly, as a fastball missed up and in.
Any other day, Crowley's probably out at third, but he got so much speed on that slide. You called it. It's like a slip and slide out there.
Heaton's 1-2. Curveball swung on and missed. Huge out for Ray Heaton. 2 aboard in scoring position, 2 down in the inning. This is Deacon Moore. Moore walked his last time up. Struck out looking in the first. 0 for 1 on the day.
And the Cardinals now 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position with 3 strikeouts, including 2 with a runner over at third. They've had their opportunities to get on the board and get the first run across. Deacon Moore a chance now to make up for that after he went down looking in the first inning with a runner on second.
First pitch to Deacon Moore, rolled over right side, diving to make the stop at first, taking it there himself, that's Joe Lifstead. Defense prevails for the Red Hawks as they strand a pair. Zeros remain on the scoreboard. We're through 5 in round 1 of the Mercer County Tournament. It's the Cardinals and the Red Hawks, a battle of the birds. Who will come out on top? We'll find out hopefully soon on the other side of this timeout. 0-0 here from Lawrence.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
8-9-1 for the Pennington Red Hawks. 0-0 the score remains. On to the top of the 6th inning. Kellen Moore remains in the game for the time being. And we'll remind you that a proud sponsor of today's contest, the Italian People's Bakery at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. Drive by to smell the homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. 8-9-1. Braden Bonfig, Joe Riley, and Landon Hallett. As Kellen Moore fires away his warm-up pitches, the final ones here to start the 6th. Well, the Red Hawks, they've used 2 arms, and they've got the same result as Kellen Moore right now. Zeros on the scoreboard. They've done a great job stranding runners to this point. When they haven't been able to execute some of their pitches with the wet weather, they've had defense come through for them when the balls have been put into play. And honestly, it's been a full team effort from Pennington in this one defensively. They've needed all the help they can get with balls hit in play. Not that there's been a boatload of them, but when they have been, they've done what's expected of them to this point.
Yeah, and how about Lifstead over there to end that threat in the 5th inning? Over there at first, off the bat, I thought that ball from Deacon Moore was going to be down the line and good for a 2 RBI double, but Lifstead able to kind of go down to a slide like he's going into second base and pick it, and all in one motion.
You see it a lot, too. You work out of a jam like that, you strand a pair or even able to strand more than a pair. Sometimes you see a momentum flip. It seems like Pennington has a little bit of momentum after working out of that one. First pitch waved at and missed.
And of course they say momentum is the next day's starting pitcher. Well, I think in this case, momentum, the next inning's pitcher. Kellen Moore has just been dominant out there.
0-1, breaking ball, misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Braden Bonfig, the left fielder, 0 for 1. He grounded out back to the pitcher in Kellen Moore. 1-1 on the way. A little bit low. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Chopper. Left side of the infield. Charging. Drizga. The throw. In time. A strong stretch from Crowley at first. Able to get the speeding Bonfig. A 5-3 putout for out number 1.
Second time now this game that Drizga's had to make that play, charging in, throwing across his body, and the second time he has done it textbook.
This is Joe Riley, the second baseman. First pitch to him, up and outside with the heater from Moore. Six strikeouts on the afternoon for Kellen Moore. 1 down, top of the 6th. Rifles a fastball right down the chute. 1-1. Windy and rainy here from Lawrence. The 2-0. Excuse me, the 1-1, as the scoreboard says now 2-1, but that's not right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two, unable to hold up the check swing. It's the 7th strikeout for Kellen Moore. That'll turn the lineup over. Here's Landon Hallett.
Getting most of those strikeouts on the slider. That one backed up and came over the back door. Not what we're used to seeing from Kellen Moore. He's been able to break those down and away to righties, this time to a lefty. Able to kind of do the opposite of it.
Landon Hallett. Low fastball, 1 ball and no strikes to him. Hallett's 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs, 1 to second and 1 to short. Kellen Moore gets his sign from Dobkin. The 1-0. Chopper towards the middle. Over the jumping Moore. Kelly throws on the run and makes it look as smooth as can be. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Kellen Moore yet again. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Zeros remain on the scoreboard. We're on to the home half of the 6th.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Heart of the lineup coming up here for the Cardinals, 3, 4, and 5. Teak Toto, Kellen Moore, and Aiden Poot. The first three as Ray Heaton continues his effort out on the bump, firing away his warm-up pitches. You miss any of today's action? Read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Well, Jordan, I mean, it's been a pitcher's duel, I guess. Really, that's the label that you can kind of give this one. And even though, you know, the starter for Pennington not still in the game, Heaton, as you mentioned, they go with the opener. He only had 82 pitches coming into today, and so far, so good from Pennington.
Yeah, and it's really been an old-fashioned pitcher's duel for Heaton and for Kellen Moore. They've both kind of just been doing it with 2 pitches, fastball, slider for Moore, fastball, curveball out of the right hand of Heaton. Defense has shown its prowess on both sides.
Teak Toto to the plate. Third time today, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. First at bat, a deep fly out to right. That was out to Tom Craig.
Eventually, though, somebody does have to score, and this game has a feel as first team to 1 wins.
Fastball at the knees, 0-1 to Toto.
Cardinals have had the better opportunities, including last inning, but again, like we mentioned, that defense out of Pennington able to keep the game scoreless.
The 0-1, curveball. Wow, called strike 2 to Toto. Looked like it crossed at the neck. Landed at the letters. Nonetheless, Heaton is ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Posting up on the outside corner is Leeds. Toto spoils that pitch. Still 0-2. The 0-2. Liner, left side, and through into center field for a hit. Second time today, Toto's gotten the bat on the ball and given it a good ride. This time it falls in for a knock. A leadoff single to start the inning for the Cardinals. It's the first time today they've gotten the leadoff guy aboard via a hit. Here's Kellen Moore, 0 for 2. A couple of backwards Ks to his line so far.
Yeah, no better time to do that than with this guy, Kellen Moore, coming to the plate.
Leads the team in home runs with a pair. A .365 average entering today, 7 doubles on the year to go along with 14 runs batted in. I believe he's third on the team. Robert Kelly leads the team with 20 runs batted in.
Well, he just squared there. I'd be very surprised if... it looks like that's going to be the play. And you've got one of your better hitters up at the dish, the cleanup guy in your lineup, and Coach Jim Mayer trying to have his guys maybe just manufacture a run right now as they've been tough to come by. Ooh, look out.
Wow. Heaton threw that ball right at the bat where Moore had it squared up, and Moore had it held, it looked like, right in front of his eyes. Fouls that one back on the bunt attempt. It's 0-1. We'll see if they go back to that. But, yeah, I mean, moving runners into scoring position and trying to get them across, that's definitely the name of the game here in the later innings. Bottom half of the 6th, scoreless still, and a move over to first. Heaton, a strong move, but back in time is Toto. Not a crazy lead from Toto over there at first, but Heaton with one of the quicker moves you'll see from a righty. And there it is again. And he's safe yet again.
Taking advantage of the no disengagement rules in high school baseball.
And another one. Yeah, remind me to write a letter to NJSIAA about that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's definitely worked in the majors. I mean, there's a Phillies game not too long ago where it was the first time that I saw a pitcher throw over 3 times.
Chopper towards the middle. Heaton has it. Takes it over to first. Underhands it. As Moore gets set down.
I think Jim Mayers, he's asking maybe for a balk, saying that Heaton's not stopping, I guess, before he delivers the pitch. Because the third time now that Heaton's tried that quick pitch action, I think that's what Jim Mayers is getting on the umpires about.
Jimmy Mayer just said there's no warning. He just balked 3 times. And Kellen Moore, it looked like on that exchange the first, Heaton was eyeing up Kellen Moore as he went to go flip it to first base.
Yeah, and that ended up working the same as the sacrifice bunt, that high chopper back to Heaton.
Toto's on second. Leeds goes to the mound to talk some things over. And Jimmy Mayer wants some more words with the field umpire this afternoon. Here's Aiden Poot, 1 down and a runner in scoring position for the Cardinals center fielder. Toto off of second, dancing around. Riley trying to keep him close. Breaking ball up and inside and almost over the head of Aiden Poot, 1-0.
Wouldn't be too surprised if we saw Toto try to swipe third. Cardinals have already stolen third base once here today.
Aggressive base running for the most part from the Cardinals.
He's really fidgety out there.
Dancing around, trying to get in the peripherals. And Poot sends that one off the hands, foul behind Jimmy Mayer. 1-1 count to Poot. Got to speak with Aiden Poot earlier this season after their victory over Notre Dame. He came into the game and believe he threw 2 innings of perfect baseball after going 5 innings of throwing a perfect game by the mercy rule. And Rich Fisher, who was on the call with me that day, said he pretty much just threw a full perfect game, which was pretty cool to add the 2 appearances together. And Ray Heaton paying some mind to Teak Toto over at second. Poot, a 1-1 count, 1 down and 1 aboard the pitch. Curveball well outside, 2-1. And Jimmy Mayer, he said it a number of times that he believes Aiden Poot on the mound has the potential to be another D1 arm, just like Kellen Moore and some of the other products he's produced during his long coaching tenure here in Mercer County. But just a sophomore is Aiden Poot.
Yeah, Cardinals have some great 2-way players on this roster.
At the knees with the fastball. Evens things up again, this time at 2 to Aiden Poot.
Kellen Moore's younger brother, Deacon, another one of those guys. I did a game here back in early April against Ewing where Deacon Moore threw 6 shutout innings and his brother came in and closed it out in the 7th.
What do you think the parents do in that situation for the post-game meal? I guess they just reward both of them, take them both out?
Just take them both out and
2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Runner on the move, swing and a miss. Throw to third base, unable to be held onto. Toto grabs the bag out of the bracing down there at third base. Poot set down on strikes, clearly the hit and run on that time around.
That's one way to make sure that you are safe, is if you're going to slide past the bag, you just take it with you.
Yep. A whole new meaning of stealing bags.
That's kind of like, what was it, last weekend when the Cubs' Pete Crow Armstrong used his helmet to hang on to second base against the Mets?
2 down. A run 90 feet away for the Lawrence Cardinals. This is their designated hitter, Connor Williver, making his way to the plate.
And another chance for the Cardinals with a runner in scoring position. This is where they've struggled. They've gotten their opportunities now in the 1st, 5th, and here in the 6th, but have been unable to get that run across the board.
Zeros remain on the scoreboard. Williver 1 for 2 with a single. Curveball dropped in on the back foot, 0-1.
I'll tell you what, now the Cardinals' approach must be to try to hit Heaton's fastball, because he's thrown now a few of these curveballs that have caught a lot of the plate, and the Cardinals hitters have kind of just stared at them as they've gone by.
0-1. Curveball. Hit on the ground, right side towards second. Riley has it, throws over to first in time. Yet again, able to strand another runner, Ray Heaton. Masterful on the bump. The pitcher's duel continues for the time being. We're through 6 here from Lawrence.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Top 7, 2, 3, and 4 for the Pennington Red Hawks. Don't forget about DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza over at 8919 New Falls Road in nearby Levittown. Tyler DiLorenzo, a graduate of Notre Dame High School and former outstanding hockey player, invites all of his friends here in Mercer County to take the drive over to Levittown and give his outstanding restaurant a chance. I promise you guys, you won't regret it. Great pasta dishes, great salads, soup, sandwiches, and of course the iconic Trenton tomato pie that started back in the iconic Chambersburg section of Trenton in 1938. Sandwiches made famous by his grandfather, Big Rick, and the pie that will just change your world. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, 8919 New Falls Road in nearby Levittown, proud to sponsor today's game. So 2, 3, and 4 here, Jordan, and Braden leads to lead things off, followed by Joe Lifstead and Gavin leads.
Yeah, this Pennington team just needs to try to do something to get base runners on against Kellen Moore.
Whatever it takes.
That fastball slider combination today from Moore has just been nasty. Has kept the Red Hawks hitters off balanced all afternoon.
First pitch, fastball at the belt, called strike, 0-1.
And that's the other thing. Kellen Moore has worked some very quick innings as well. We don't know exactly what his pitch count is, but he's been very economical out there on the mound.
It's 0-1, but the Pennington dugout letting the home plate umpire hear it. After that pitch, now 1 ball, 1 strike. Slider misses away. Moore takes a look back at the scoreboard, now back onto the mound. Winds and fires the 1-1, and that one goes over the head of Leeds. Looked like he wanted to go with the slider. 2 balls, 1 strike. Feeling like an early March game, if you will, here in the Northeast, as wind and rain making their presence felt. Swing and a miss, lively fastball. One of the faster ones I guess we've seen today from Kellen Moore. That one had a little bit of extra pop on it.
Early March or early January, you pick.
The 2-2 from Moore. Lifted right side, trending towards foul ground and towards my car, and able to avoid it.
You're safe for now. Actually just bounced off the car that's parked behind mine. Off a few hops, though.
2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff bat in the top of the 7th. Braden leads. Here it comes. Check. Indeed, he did, and able, I should say, to hold up the check swing there is Braden leads. The count is now full.
That fastball looked like it had some extra zip on it. Kellen Moore, if you're on a day like today where it probably takes a while to get loose, maybe now starting to unleash it.
3-2, fouled off of the leg of Dobkin, it looked like, and he'll need a couple extra seconds.
Moore just trying to throw these fastballs right by Leeds.
The battle continues between Leeds and Moore. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Leeds has fouled off a pair. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 8th strikeout for Kellen Moore. One down. Here's Joe Lifstead. Couple of homers on the season to lead the team. 17 runs batted in. That also leads the team.
And he's got that defensive play back in the 5th. That's the reason why we're still scoreless.
Fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Just missed. Low and outside, apparently. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moore kicks and deals. Right down the chute.
He's just
fastballs galore from Kellen Moore.
Yeah, he's gone just exclusively to that heater really here in the 7th. I think only just one of those sliders we've seen so far this inning, and
maybe he goes back foot here. The lefty in Lifstead awaits. The 1-2 on the way. It was a fastball right side of the infield. Diving stop made. Throw is in time. What a play from Riley Rivera. Diving backhanded stop through off his back foot over to Crowley. There's 2 down.
And Rivera out there at second base knew he had to be quick with that transfer. All in one motion, slide down, pop right back up on that wet turf, and just in time. Heck of a play that time by Riley Rivera to save a hit.
Defense continuing to shine here this afternoon on a cold and dreary day in round 1 of the Mercer County Tournament as Kellen Moore works ahead of Gavin Leeds, drops in a slider. It's 0-1.
When the weather's like this, a lot of times you'll see sloppy defensive play. It's been the exact opposite of that here at Lawrence.
Back to the well with the slider, this time a little bit lower and a little more outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Swing and a tip into the mitt, held on to by Dobkin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kellen Moore with 8 punch-outs on the afternoon. Here in the top of the 7th inning. His 1-2. Back towards him over the outstretched glove. Fielded by Kelly. On the other side of the bag, rifles it to Crowley. The middle infield flashing the leather for the Cardinals. We're scoreless and on to the home half of the 7th. A chance for Lawrence to walk it off. We'll see if they can do it. On to the bottom of the 7th inning. Zeros on the scoreboard. Round 1 of the MCT.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County Prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2024 season Tuesday, June 4th. You can catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call the box office at 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Postgame firework nights, Tuesday dollar dog nights, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, big league futures, major league fun.
Well, Mike, 0-0 game, but it has not lacked excitement, especially here in these last few innings.
Not at all. I mean, as good, you mentioned it, Jordan, you know, the weather like this and conditions like this typically don't result in defensive showings and pitching duels like we've seen today, but as we get deeper into the later innings, it's almost like anything you can do, I can do better in terms of defensive showcases from both of these teams. Diving stops, back foot throws across their body on the run. Flashing the leather is an understatement here this afternoon. A cold, windy, rainy day that is less than ideal for baseball in a lot of different reasons, but you would think it was 85 degrees and beautiful based how both of these teams have played this afternoon.
Yeah, and I think both of these defenses taking advantage of the turf field. You don't have many of those tricky hops a lot of the times that you'll see here in high school baseball on some of the grass and dirt fields. And yeah, when you've got a field like this, you've got to be able to field a solid defensive team. Cardinals have certainly done that, and Pennington's kind of just matched them stride for stride in the field.
Riley Rivera to the plate. After an outstanding diving stop for the second out of the inning, Rivera 1 for 2 on the day. He flew out to center field his last time up. He gave it a good ride, but able to camp under it was Braden Leeds.
Make a solid defensive play in the top half of the inning and lead off the bottom.
First pitch from Heaton, swing and a foul back and out of play. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Rivera. Heaton with his sign, kicks and deals. Swing and a high fly ball, trending back behind the Pennington dugout. And bouncing in the parking lot, not too far away from us. No balls, 2 strikes.
We've got this tent to protect us here today. Yeah. Don't have to make any plays.
Protecting us from the rain and protecting us from potential foul balls.
That's probably a good thing, because if a foul ball were to come back here trying to barehand it in this weather.
I've got bad history with foul balls on these broadcasts this year. The 0-2, up and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I don't know if you heard, but during a broadcast at Notre Dame this year, I had a foul ball come right at me in a game Notre Dame against Steinert.
And with where you're broadcasting at Notre Dame, those foul balls could come in hot.
Well, this one I had enough time to camp under as the 1-2's on the way and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I was in the middle of doing play-by-play for myself, which I've never done before. And as it came towards me, I was ready for it. It was on a line, arcing over towards me, and so much spin on it. Kicked off my right thumb and rolled right behind me. My headset came flying off, and Andrew Myers filled in the play-by-play from that point. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Riley Rivera. That one misses up and in.
Glad to know you bounced back, though, just a day-to-day.
I guess I've bounced back, but my ego hasn't. The payoff pitch, line towards right center field, and that'll get down. Could be extra bases. Rivera takes a strong turn, but Holby held up at first. Almost split the gap between Craig and Leeds in right center field. It's a leadoff single for Rivera, his second hit of the afternoon.
Yeah, and Leeds got lucky there because he didn't take a great route to that ball from right field and was able to just stab at it at the last second. If that got by him, I mean, Rivera could be standing on third right now.
5th hit of the day for the Cardinals. Here's Drew Dobkin. Third baseman in, that's Ryan Richer. Dobkin patiently waiting. We'll see if he turns and faces the bunt, as that was the strategy for the cleanup bat in Kellen Moore earlier in this contest. Pickoff move over to Rivera, obviously back in time, and another one before I can finish describing the first. A second comes. Same result, Rivera safe. Heaton back on the rubber, looks in to Leeds and has his sign. Set at the belt, the pitch. Bunt, right side. Heaton wanted to go to second, throws it over to first to retire Dobkin. And staying put at second base is Riley Rivera. 1 down and a runner in scoring position. This is Dan Drizga.
Perfectly executed job there by Dobkin on the sacrifice bunt. Had the third baseman playing way in, so he just bunt it to the first base side. And Rivera's speed, just enough to force the throw to first. And now that winning run out in scoring position, and another chance for the Cardinals now with a runner on second.
Rivera with good speed, 180 feet away, representing the winning run. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. 9-hole hitter and Dan Drizga steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging. Rivera gets his lead. The pitch popped up. Shallow infield. Heaton can't hold it in, but The third baseman, Ken and Ryan Richer. Tip drill in baseball.
That's about the way it's gone so far today. You don't see the pitcher take that pop-up all too often anymore. And right place, right time over there at third.
Channeling their inner 1982 Phillies. The Pennington Red Hawks. Wow, that's a play you just simply don't see every day in baseball.
Yeah, and in a game that's been full of defensive gems, that one's probably going to be number one on the highlight reel.
I don't even know how you score that one. F15? I don't.
I guess. I get P15. Heaton gets the assist.
The lineup flips over. Leading RBI man at the plate in Robert Kelly. He's got 20 RBIs on the year. Would love his 21st. 2 down. Man in scoring position. The pitch. Curveball up and inside, 1-0.
Well, that 21st, if he's able to get it here, that would be the biggest one of the season, a chance to send the Cardinals to the semifinals.
After being bounced out in the first round by Allentown a season ago, the Cardinals looking to rewrite the script this season. A 1-0 count to Kelly. Heaton, a long look in, gets his sign from Leeds. As Rivera establishes his lead, 1-0. Popped up, but that'll leave the yard. One ball, one strike to Robert Kelly. The Monmouth commit. Heaton takes his time. Now he's on the mound. Takes a peek at second at Rivera. The 1-1. Just off the plate.
You know, Heaton wanted that one.
Looked good. Definitely looked good.
And a heck of a take also by Robert Kelly to lay off of that.
Talk about knowing the zone. 2-1 to Robert Kelly. 2 down. Kelly waiting. Heaton peeking at second. The 2-1. Popped up and out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes to the Lawrence shortstop, Robert Kelly. 0 for 2, struck out his last time up in the 5th, walked and stole a couple of bases in the 1st, flew out to right field in the 3rd. A long look in from Ray Heaton. Comes set at the belt. The 2-2. Swing and a tip into the mitt. Heaton strands a runner. Zeros remain on the scoreboard. 7 innings, not enough. Free baseball on the other side of this timeout. On to the 8th in round 1 of the MCT.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County Prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Ray Heaton to lead things off after stranding yet another runner and picking up another punch out. And we've talked about it at length during this broadcast, Jordan, but anything you can do, I can do better. That really is the theme here today, as we've seen both of these teams strand runners when they've needed to most. And now Pennington really, I mean, they've done it just about in every inning since the 4th, it feels like.
Yeah, and we've talked about it at length because it's really been the only thing to talk about at length, is both offenses have been quieted, and Obviously, Kellen Moore, Ray Heaton continuing to just battle it out on the mound, and both of these pitchers have just gotten fantastic contributions from their defenders, especially the infielders. As now really the last 3 innings, we've had a diving play at first, sliding play at second base, a tip drill between the pitcher and the third baseman. We've had the cycle of defensive plays, you could say.
Chopper, third. Drizga shuffles, fires, 1 out.
Not many one-pitch outs have come by in this game.
And Jimmy Mayer a little upset about something after the ground out off the bat of Heaton. Something he's done maybe through the bat, I'm not sure, I didn't see it. Here's Tom Craig. Fastball up and in, and no appeal down to first. Looked like Moore wanted one, but not granted. 1 ball and no strikes. Craig is 0 for 2. Popped up to third his last time up. Moore's 1-0, paints the outside corner. Craig not a fan of the call. Count evens at 1.
That's been the pitch right there for him, that fastball outside that he's used early in counts, used it to set up that slider to righties all afternoon long.
1-1, checked foul towards the on-deck circle, right near Logan Oster. Now 1-2 to Craig. 8 Ks for Kellen Moore. At least 1 in each inning he's pitched so far. Ahead, 1-2 on Craig. Here it comes. Swing and a foul, unable to keep it in the mitt. If it even went into the mitt for a little bit of time, was Drew Dobkin. That's a tough one to hold on to. A whole lot of extra spin added. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 down, nobody aboard for Pennington. The pitch, while outside, 2-2. The future Lafayette Leopard, Kellen Moore. 7 shutout innings so far. 7 1/3 shutout innings, I should say. As he rubs that baseball on the right pant leg. Tough to find a dry spot on the uniform at this point, though. Typically, you see guys go to the armpit or in between the legs. The 2-2, swing and a miss. 9 Ks for Kellen Moore. 2 away.
Right back to that slider, then kind of funny there. Drew Dobkin went to throw that ball down to third to throw it around the horn, and it sailed right over the head of Dan Drizga. It's about the only poor defensive play we've had in this game, you could say.
Hey, if the throw around the horn is the only airmail that you have, it's a pretty good day considering the rainy and wet conditions here. With 2 away, here's Logan Oster. First pitch to him, fastball, skips in for a ball, 1-0. Oster, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 2. A couple of strikeouts, 1 swinging and 1 looking. That came in the 5th. The 1-0. Low and outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
Rare 2-ball, no strike count from Kellen Moore. He's been working ahead of these hitters all day. Now he's got to find a way to battle back, though.
Pitch. 3 balls, no strikes. Kellen Moore with 9 strikeouts behind 3 balls, no strikes, takes a long walk off the back of the mound. Clears the cleats on the spike cleaner. Only 1 hit allowed in this contest. The 3-0 pitch, right down the middle, 3-1. The 3-1. Off the hands towards second. Rivera has it on a high hop, throws over to Crowley in plenty of time. It's a 1-2-3 inning from Kellen Moore. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. On to the bottom of the 8th inning. Round 1 of the MCT continues here on WVCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
The wind chill picking up just a bit. We're on to the home half of the 8th inning. It's 2, 3, and 4 for the Lawrence Cardinals. Round 1 of the Mercer County Tournament. It's had a very similar feel to last year's first round meeting for the Lawrence Cardinals, as offense tough to come by and a low-scoring affair and a no-scoring affair for the time being. But a chance still now in the bottom of the 8th for the Lawrence Cardinals to walk it off.
And the Cardinals have only lost one-run game all year, so you got to believe they're very comfortable in this position. One of those one-run wins came against Pennington.
That's right, back on April 20th, a 2-1 victory. Cards have won 2 of the last 3 meetings against Pennington. Breaking ball dropped in right down the middle. 0-1 to Deacon Moore.
Yeah, and if I'm Ray Heaton now, I'd start throwing all these guys first pitch breaking balls. They've definitely been up there sitting heater at least early in the count, and it seems like every first pitch curveball they've let go by.
Fastball well outside, counts even at 1. The 1-1. Hit him on the foot. Breaking ball got him on the right heel. Moore will trot down to first. The leadoff batter is aboard to start the home half of the 8th. And here comes Teak Toto. 1 for 3 on the day. Singled his last time up.
I believe that's, and correct me if I'm wrong, but 3 straight innings now with the leadoff man on for the Cardinals. That one, the most painful one for Deacon Moore. You saw he kind of winced in pain and then said, you know what? I represent the winning run. Let me clap my hands, try to get this dugout fired up.
You are, in fact, correct. The 3rd straight inning for the Cards. They've gotten the leadoff man aboard. Heaton continuing to pay attention over to the runners on first, as he does so this time with Deacon Moore. Set and a fastball that gets ruled a ball up and outside. Wanted to call it a strike, you could tell.
And that was another one of those slide steps there from Heaton. They say he did come to that full stop. Of course, that was Jim Mayer's gripe a couple of innings ago, saying that he was balking when trying to utilize that slide step.
Pickoff move over to check on Moore. He's back in time. Toto waits, the 1-0. Lifted in the air, left side, headed towards left field. Tracking over, Bonfig makes the catch and gets it in quickly. Moore back to first, there's one away.
That thing really carried out there in left field. A great job by Bonfig to stay with it.
Yeah, every time Toto has made contact today, he's made some pretty square contact with that baseball, and a couple of times now they've not been necessarily atom balls. The second one not necessarily an atom ball, but as we see down in the Lawrence pen, Robert Kelly throwing some warm-up pitches as the current pitcher for the Cardinals is at the plate. Kellen Moore, so far today, 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts to his line. First pitch to him, inside. One-0 count to Moore with his brother on first. Looking to make some noise. Another move over.
And Deacon Moore has got no more than a 1 or 2 step lead off of first. This time he sneaks out there a little bit bigger, but he's been back easily.
Getting a piece and fouling it off is Kellen Moore. One ball, one strike. One down, one aboard. Bottom of the 8th. Back into the box is Moore. A new baseball for Ray Heaton. Heaton steps off, now back on. Deacon's on the move, throw to second base. Not in time. Moore started his slide just about at the start of the Auburn-colored turf. And that time he timed up his slide perfectly and able to hold on to the bag.
Yeah, now 4th consecutive inning, the Cardinals have had a runner in scoring position. And now wouldn't this be a story if Kellen Moore is able to find some outfield grass and drive in his younger brother for a walk-off in the Mercer County quarterfinals.
The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kellen Moore. With Deacon in scoring position, getting his lead off second base. Nobody really keeping him close just yet.
I'm sure 8 innings scoreless on the mound and a walk-off single doesn't sound too shabby to Kellen Moore right now.
The 1-2. Inside, curveball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kellen Moore. Moore gets his lead yet again. Riley holding him close. The 2-2. Line towards second. Fielded on a hop. Throws over to first. In time, 2 down. Deacon Moore 90 feet away. Here's Aiden Poot, the sophomore, out in center field today. Moore, a high five for Poot. Maybe telling him, pick me up here.
Poot had a walk-off single, I believe it was against Robbinsville back on April 4th. 12-inning marathon in that game.
Experience with extra baseball and extra innings. The Cardinals at 18-2, the number 1 seed in the Mercer County Tournament. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. The winning run 90 feet away. Here's Aiden Poot. Heaton from the windup, the first pitch. Curveball drops in, called strike 1. And you can see the look on Poot's face after that curveball. Kind of had the O expression on his mouth there. And definitely a curveball that he liked the look of.
Yeah, another one they just let go by.
0-1, popped up, heading towards right field in the first base side, but well out of the field of play. Rolls into the parking lot.
Away from any car, which is good. No insurance claims will have to be filed.
And an 0-2 hole is Aiden Poot. Heaton looking to strand yet another runner. The windup in the 0-2. Fouled straight back. Just getting a piece of it was Poot. The at-bat continues for the time being. The count frozen. And so are we, just a little bit 0-2. It's gotten a little bit colder, hasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit is an understatement in terms of, I think, how frozen we are.
An 0-2 count to the sophomore Aiden Poot. Heaton has his sign from Leeds. The pitch. Curveball towards short. Snared out of the air. What a play from Landon Howlett. Heaton strands another runner. We've played 8 innings of baseball. Still not enough. Round 1 of the MCT continues between the Cardinals and the Red Hawks. As a pitching change now for the Cardinals. Robert Kelly will take over on the mound. Zeros on the scoreboard. On to the 9th here from Lawrence.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Bonfig, Riley, and Hallett, the 3 due up, 8-9-1 for Pennington as Robert Kelly fires away his warm-up pitches, moves from shortstop to the mound. Drizga goes to short, and Williver from the DH over to third base, so removing the DH essentially.
Yeah, Kellen Moore also now playing first base. So
Yep.
Crowley comes out of the game, Aiden Crowley.
That's right. Crowley was the one who was being hit for. Williver at third, Drizga at short, Moore at first, and now Robert Kelly on the mound. 8 masterful innings of 1 hit, 9 strikeout baseball for Kellen Moore as he hands things off to his fellow teammate and fellow Division I commit in Robert Kelly. Kelly and Moore committed to Monmouth and Lafayette respectfully, and 2 of Mercer County's finest for head coach Jimmy Mayer.
Yeah, and you know for Kellen Moore out there on the mound, that's got to be tough to deal with. He did everything he could, 8 innings of shutout ball, just the 1 hit, and doing it in the Mercer County Tournament quarterfinals, no less, and you're going to get a no decision. Sure, all he cares about, though, is just the win.
I was just about to say. Braden Bonfig into the plate, or into the box, and he's ahead 1 ball, no strikes. Kelly's fastball low and outside. Fastball again, low and outside. 2-0. A new third baseman into the game in Williver. As we mentioned, Drizga moves from third to short, maybe trying to test him as he showed bunt. The 2-0 pitch, right at the belt, right down the middle, 2-1. Kelly, I would love to see the radar gun on him, but we know Kellen Moore, he can top out about 90 or 91. You're really seeing some lively fastballs to start from Kelly as he gets a big swing and a miss from Bonfig. The count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have the radar gun, but that last fastball there, I mean, I wouldn't say it was maybe in the 90s, but upper 70s, 80s for sure.
Just off the outside part of the plate. It's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Braden Bonfig.
And now let's see if he goes back to it. Pennington was chasing those sliders from Kellen Moore.
3-2, did he go? Yes, he did. Check swing, unable to be held up by Bonfig. Kelly earns his first strikeout, 10th from the Cardinals pitching combined.
Yeah, and I think kind of just tough luck that time from Bonfig. I don't think he swung with the intentions of actually trying to hit it. He swung because that ball was kind of up and in and almost out of protection. Ends up going around though.
Fastball, swing and a miss. Riley a little bit late from the heater from Kelly. An 0-1 count with 1 down from the back of the box. Joe Riley, the 0-1. A little low and maybe just a little outside. Count even at 1. The pitch lifted towards shallow right field, and camping under that one is Riley Rivera. 2 away, and Rivera making a case for Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game honors. A couple of hits, a couple of nice defensive plays. Really just needs a win in the win column in order to secure it potentially, but Kellen Moore as well has done just about everything in his power to potentially earn the gift certificate. We'll see. We'll see who it goes to. 2 away, top of the order now. Landon Hallett to the plate.
And Rivera is due up next inning too, so chance for more offense from him.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike as Kelly powers the fastball past Hallett. The 1-1. Curve ball left it a little high. 2-1. Kelly's 2-1. At the hands, a little high. Good hitting count for the leadoff bat in the order for Landon Hallett. 3 balls and 1 strike. Kelly's got his sign. The pitch. Paints the outside black. Hallett was getting ready to head to first. He'll have to head back to the box. The count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Landon Hallett, 0 for 3. Couple of groundouts to short and 1 to second. Kelly's payoff pitch. Low and inside, ball 4. Two-out walk worked by Hallett. He's aboard first. Here's Braden Leeds. Leeds 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. 2 swinging, 1 looking. First pitch to him, swung on and missed. A lively fastball from the righty, Robert Kelly, gets him ahead 0-1.
Leeds was way late on that one, and he's going to have to find a way to catch up to it because Kelly's really gone exclusively with the fastball out on the mound this inning.
0-1, swing and a miss. A commanding 0-2 count in favor of Robert Kelly with a runner on first and 2 away. Top of the 9th, here in the extras.
I think no surprise as to what pitch is coming up here.
He's powered 2 fastballs past him. See if he goes back to the well. The 0-2 pitch, runner on the move, swing and a miss. Kelly strands a man. Zeros remain on the board. On to the bottom of the 9th here from Lawrence.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Landon Hallett comes in from shortstop to the mound. And over to third goes Heaton. Riley goes to second base, or goes from second base to short. And over at second, we'll try and let you know who that is.
Tough to tell when they don't have their numbers on the front of their jerseys.
Might be Richer. They might have moved. Yeah, it is. It's Richer. Ryan Richards at second now. So he goes from the hot corner over to second. Heaton goes back to third where he started today. And they move Joey Riley from second to short. Landon Hallett, 20.1 innings pitched this year, 20 and a third to properly say it, and 26 strikeouts to go along with those 20 and a third innings, 11 hits scattered, 7 runs, all of them earned. So you've seen Pennington today. They've used just about all of their top arms besides Bryce Message, and paying off for them to this point.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a must-win game here, Mercer County Tournament quarterfinals. You figure you gotta unload the tank now, because if you don't, then, well, there's no tomorrow, or in this case, no Tuesday.
6, 7, 8 for the Cardinals, and this is Connor Williver staring at a fastball that gets the lower outside corner. 0-1 the count to him. 0-1, just off the plate, 1-1.
The winner of this game gets the winner of Allentown and Hightstown. That will go tomorrow.
Hallett's 1-1. Swing and a tip into the mitt. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Williver.
So it would be possible to have a Cardinals Redbirds Part 2.
Hallett has his sign from Leeds, the 1-2 pitch. Curveball in the other batter's box. Didn't get Williver to bite. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff bat in the home half of the 9th. The pitch leaves it alone up and outside. Full count, 3-2.
And now it's 3 straight innings that the Cardinals have had the leadoff man aboard. Williver just trying to get on any way he can.
Hallett winds and fires. The payoff pitch lined and through into left field for a hit. Great at bat from Connor Williver. As the 4th straight inning now for the Cardinals, they get the leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, and that one probably the hardest hit ball of the day for either team. Right on the nose through the 6-hole. And now Riley Rivera, who you mentioned last inning, probably the front runner if the Cardinals are able to win for our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. And he's got a chance, a ball down the line or a ball in the gap to, you know, cement that here.
Taking over on the base paths,
Connor Crowley.
that's Connor Crowley, of course.
Second time he's been used now as the courtesy runner.
Williver will get a standing O from the Cardinals dugout as they'll greet him. A leadoff single to start, and Jimmy Mayer electing to go with some speed on first. Tough to blame him here in a scoreless game. The winning run is aboard for the Cardinals.
Cardinals have not been shy on the base paths either. Wouldn't be surprised if Crowley took off for second.
You see Jimmy Mayer call down Rivera. Having some quick words with him. I'd be shocked if they put the bunt on here with him today just because he's got a couple of hits to his line. And I know every base runner in scoring position is valuable, but understanding as well that you got a hot bat here today.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up, too, because, I mean, again, it'd be surprising one of your better hitters, but he's had Kellen Moore try to bunt, and here's one here.
Shows bunt, pulls back, and it's ruled a ball, 1-0. Crashing was Heaton. Covering second was Richer. A 1-0 count to Riley Rivera. 2 for 3 afternoon. Runner on the move, fastball, called strike, throw to second base. Not in time. Richer took the brunt end of a foot first slide, the feet first slide from Crowley going into second, and his cleats kind of caught him, I believe, in the midsection area. Tough to tell as he's taking some time to get up there.
Yeah, not good to see. Now getting to his feet, fortunately. And it becomes now more apparent, obviously, why they bring Connor Crowley into the game. That was a perfect pitch to throw on behind the plate. Fastball, center cut. And Crowley kind of beat that throw down easily.
You can tell the Cardinals definitely made an adjustment with when they're starting their slides, and we've talked about it all afternoon with the rain, the turf, the combination of the two, what it's made for a playing surface today.
Yeah, starting those slides sometimes even before the auburn-colored dirt out there and just letting the wet turf do the rest.
Yeah, understanding that, the turf, you're going to go for quite some time. Even when it's not wet, you can really slide for a while. Those baseball pants definitely slide for quite some time on just dry turf, but you add some moisture to it, you're going to go for quite some time. And you saw that time, Crowley sliding feet first and then using the hand to kind of hook the bag as well. Textbook base running, textbook stolen base from Crowley.
And with all this running and sliding, I'm sure the parents are happy that this is a turf field. A lot less laundry to have to do after the game.
1-1 count to Rivera. showing bunt. And Hallett wanted to chase Crowley back to the bag. Winning run in scoring position for the Cardinals. Heaton, very much so in on the third base line. Almost even with the mound, maybe even a step inside. 1-1. Up for a ball, 2-1.
And now this is where if you're Rivera, you got to be able to bunt this ball to the right side because they're crashing quickly over there at third. And the goal of the bunt here, get that winning run 90 feet away with less than 2 outs. Last thing you want to do is bunt it right to third and then have Crowley get caught in a rundown.
2 balls and 1 strike. Rivera, his last at bat, laced a single that almost split the right center field gap. A whole lot of real estate out there in the outfield. A long look in. Landon Hallett has his sign from Leeds. The 2-1. Curveball dropped in.
Surprised they let Rivera swing away and not go back to that sack bunt.
Come on, Miles.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Riley Rivera. A runner in scoring position, nobody out. Richer trying to keep the runner close in Crowley. The 2-2. Left the curve high. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Riley Rivera. Base hit, ball 4 opportunity for the Cardinals. Hallett looking for the first out. Crowley leads off second. The 3-2 popped up. Curveball back behind home, heading towards us and off of the tent. Surprised that didn't break it.
Well, we kind of called that earlier, this tent here to protect us. Mike, you would have had to made another play on that had it not been raining.
Yeah, I would have had to reach over the table and try to catch that one.
Could have had a shot at redemption, though.
That's right, that's right. Count still full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rivera back into the box. A new baseball for Hallett on the hill. A long look into Leeds. Gets his sign. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Drop third strike. Leeds throw in plenty of time. Heading to third. Crowley, he's safe. Winning run 90 feet away with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Wow, and now this is where tournament game like this, you got to be able to do the little things right. You get the strikeout, but it was on a pitch in the dirt, and Crowley able to take third, and that's kind of the way you got to manufacture runs in this game. Any means necessary, even if it's off a strikeout of all things.
1 down, the winning run 90 feet away. Here's Drew Dobkin, the catcher.
Infield in.
All the way in are the Red Hawks. First pitch to Dobkin. Curveball. Gets the outside corner, 0-1. Hallett has his sign. The 0-1. In the dirt, blocked by Leeds, and a huge stop at that to keep Crowley at third base.
Game-saving block.
1 ball, 1 strike. 1 aboard and 1 down. Home half of the 9th inning. The 1-seed Cardinals trying to rewrite the script from a season ago when they were bounced out of this very game against Allentown. The 1-1. Gets away. Here comes Crowley. That's going to do it. The Cardinals on to the semis. They win this one 1-0. What a game here this afternoon. A pitcher's duel that comes down to the wire. And the Cardinals able to earn yet another 1-run victory. What a game this afternoon, Jordan.
Yeah, now they improved to 7-1 in games decided by 2 runs or less. And kind of a fitting ending. I mean, not necessarily the poor defensive play, not much that Leeds could have done there back behind the plate. But in a game where run scoring obviously at a premium, single, stolen base, and then a drop third strike. I'll get there. Gets the runner over to third. Wild pitch has him come home. It kind of felt like this game was trending towards first team to 1 wins, and that's exactly how this one goes.
The 1 seed stays alive as they get a little bit of revenge on the first round of last year. Not the same opponent, but able to get the proverbial monkey off their back as they win the first game of the MCT and earn a trip to the semifinals. Head coach Jimmy Mayer earns a Mercer County Tournament victory and the 19th victory of the season for the Cardinals. Impressive stuff, a 19-2 record on the year, the best start in program history, as you talked about not too long ago, Jordan, and you've covered this team all season long. They've won games in just about every fashion you can think of, and today another fashion to add to the catalog, if you will.
Yeah, they've been called the Comeback Cardinals. I've heard them called the Cardiac Cardinals as well, and they certainly live up to that name right here in this game, and now they've got a chance at back-to-back 20-win seasons on Tuesday. They're going to get either Allentown or Hightstown. You got to believe that they're going to be ready for either of those two teams, but I would think something in the back of the Cardinals' minds would want to take on Allentown again, have a chance at revenge over at Veterans Park Tuesday night.
A potential rematch of last year's first-round meeting for the Cardinals potentially awaits them. And we'll see how the weekend unfolds. Some of the games today, of course, being pushed to tomorrow, a little bit better weather tomorrow. And when you look at the slate, it really only gets better from here on out. The 1 seed's still alive for the time being. They're on to the semis, and they improved to 19-2 on the season. Jordan, final thoughts on this one?
I mean, the Cardinals say they're not your typical 19-2 team, but they're dangerous, especially in tournaments like this, because they can win in many different ways, and they proved that once again here this afternoon.
An impressive performance on the mound for Kellen Moore. 8 innings, 1 hit, 9 strikeouts. Robert Kelly picks up the win. 1 inning of work. He picks up a K as well. And a big W for the Lawrence Cardinals. We thank everybody for tuning in to today's coverage here on WBCB. Thanks to all of our sponsors who made today's broadcast possible. The Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview can be found on our YouTube page following the end of this one. Thanks so much for tuning in to high school baseball on WBCB. For my broadcast partner, Jordan Hirsch, Mackay Gundy produced today's stream. My name is Mike Warren. One final time here from Lawrence, the final. The Cardinals win this one 1-0 in walk-off fashion over the Red Hawks of Pennington. Until we talk to you again tomorrow afternoon, we thank you so much for tuning in to high school baseball on WBC.